Hello, my name is Maureen Wilson, Councillor for Ward 1 in the City of Hamilton. We're continuing our series of people in your neighbourhood, people who have a passion for the City of Hamilton and all of its parts, and what they do makes a difference. And I'm very pleased to introduce you Julia Hitchcock, and we are in the Teaching Gardens in Churchill Park.
So my name is Julia Hitchcock, and welcome everyone to the Apothecary Garden. I've been gardening here for maybe 6 years. I took over running this place from Dan, who set it up with Brian McCaddy, and it has a much longer history with the RBG and the Teaching Gardens, I think going back to the 1940s, 1930s, and the Victory Gardens. So this place is all about teaching people about how to grow food and how to grow plants that we interact with. So I love this place for so many reasons. So many wonderful volunteers come out from all different parts of Hamilton and further afield. People come to learn about plants. People come for the community. People are always teaching me, and I get the joy of teaching them. I love it when children come. I can see how the garden loves it when children come. This is a really special place with Coots Paradise right behind. So many different birds, lots of different insects here. We count the different types of butterflies we see every year. We check out the really cool caterpillars. We had a giant swallowtail caterpillar that looks like bird poop eating the rue. We get hummingbirds here, and sometimes I'm planting. Dan put down the foundations of this garden. The elderberries were here before, and he planted so many medicinals from an astrological perspective of how the planets work with the plants. And I brought in a love of native plants, so there's more native plants, and I slowly learned some of their medicinal properties and how to use them. And sometimes I've been inspired just to try to encourage diversity, so I might plant things that are not typical European plants, things like bitter melon that are wonderful medicine for diabetes and medicine for when you have heat waves. And this is a really fun place for meeting diversity in so many different forms.
How long have you been involved with it?
I don't remember exactly, but I think about 6 years I've been.
It's been that long?
I think so.
I thought it was I would have said like 3.
And how would you like others to become involved? Like, is there a way for people to plug into this?
Yeah, people always find this a hidden gem because this garden is surrounded with the cedars and the fence. When people walk by, they don't even know they're allowed to come in. And in COVID times, it's kind of discouraged for the public to come in. If people want to reach out to me, maybe we can share my email address or my Facebook. I have my own Facebook page for the garden is called Underground Organics, which is the name of a farm I had before starting here. And if people reach out to me, then I can invite you in I'm doing really small scale personal tours, kind of like groups of maybe 5 people is about what I'm feeling comfortable with in COVID times having here. And sometimes it's children, and that's so delightful to share plant stories and plant magic with kids. People, like this is, the rest of the garden is not for people to pick, for anyone just to pick, because that's all people's private garden plots. But this one is a public medicinal herb garden is how I think of it, where there's way too much calendula here for me. So everyone can come pick calendula for their tea, calendula to dry for their winter soups to add sunshine to their healthy digestive systems. And yeah, there's so many medicinals. It's important to know what you're doing. So if you don't know what you're doing, wait for me. Yeah.
I'd like to thank Julia. Her enthusiasm is genuine and contagious, and what she does matter, and this place matters to her and many others. So thank you, Julia.